ArsenalFanTV. I'm here with one of the most famous faces in cricket, spin bowler extraordinaire Monty Panesar, and also a massive Arsenal fan. How you doing, Monty?
I'm very good. I was very lucky 2 weeks ago, I think 2-3 weeks ago, I went to the Arsenal-Man City game, and it was a 2-2 result. But what I was in awe of was Arsene Wenger. I am a big fan of Arsene Wenger, and I know a lot of people say we haven't won the trophies, we haven't got the silverware in the cabinet, but j'adore Arsene Wenger.
J'adore Arsene Wenger.
Yes, very much so. I'm very much a Wenger in, and I think I've heard rumours that he's already signed, and that's a great thing because, to be honest, to run a football club, I know there's a lot of fans who talk about winning trophies, but also it's a business as well. And when I did my international management studies at Loughborough University, I realised how good Arsene Wenger was, because they have the second most turnover after Man United in terms of how they make their money. And regardless of where they are in the league, every home game they have a sellout, and that's to do with Arsene Wenger. And I am so delighted. I know this still. I listen. I know.
Monty, I want to win something. I mean, listen. Turnover's fine. That's all brilliant. Tendencies. The Arsenal fans now are getting very frustrated with Arsene Wenger because they just feel that there seems to be a lack of ambition there to win the big one, which is, and fair enough, we are in the FA Cup final this season, but the big one that all the fans want to win in particular is the Premier League. Do you think we can win that again under Arsene Wenger?
I believe we can. And you look at Chelsea, they weren't in the Champions League, so it gives more time to prepare for the Premier League. And let's be honest, I'll be honest, I think if they're not in the Champions League this year, and which is going to be difficult for them, and if they do make it, that'll be a great achievement. If they're not, I reckon there'll be a great chance to win the league next year. And you've got to invest another couple of years with Arsene Wenger, because he's been one of the greatest managers after Arsene Wenger, after Alex Ferguson. And he is, let's be honest, right, is one of the greatest managers ever to be produced in the Premier League. So you've got to give him that couple of years, and let's see where it's at. And look at Chelsea, like I said before, that they're going to probably win the league this year, right? And they weren't in the top 4 last year, and they're obviously benefiting from that. And maybe Arsenal.
One of the differences there is they've changed their manager.
Yeah, they have changed their manager, but I think Arsene Wenger is in a position where you can give him a couple of more years, and hopefully he will, I believe, win some silverware. And if he does, then please, I want everyone to chant j'adore Arsene Wenger.
Listen, we're talking about silverware, and we're talking as if we ain't even got a chance of winning any of that this season, but we do. We still got the FA Cup final. It's going to be against Chelsea. How do you feel about that game? I mean, Chelsea have been brilliant this season. Can we beat Chelsea? We beat them earlier on in the season, but we was a much different Arsenal then. Can we roll it back and beat Chelsea in the FA Cup final?
I very much believe so, we can. And the key player for me is going to be Sanchez, because he is one of the best players, I think, in the Premiership. And also Giroud, because he's got the skill and he can score the goals. So I think it's important that these two players are probably the key players for me, in my opinion. But you gotta give Arsene Wenger, that credit. You look at, is it William Shakespeare who's the Chelsea manager right now? Oh no, the Leicestershire manager.
Oh, Craig Shakespeare. William Shakespeare.
There you go. I got that one.
I love that, William Shakespeare.
You like that one, didn't you?
Craig Shakespeare, yeah.
Craig Shakespeare. So you look at Ravinivi, right? After 9 months or 12 months, he got sacked. And Arsene Wenger has kept that going. And I want the fans to know that there is actually a bit more insight to it. It's a business model, and he's got a great business model. Give him a couple of years. If he doesn't win a trophy then all right, I will be hashtag Arsene Wenger out as well. But at the moment, I'm hashtag Arsene Wenger in. And guys, I've got a blog coming out called J'adore Arsene Wenger on WordPress, and I would love to share that on my Twitter and also with Arsene Wenger fans to show, you know, the love I have for Arsene Wenger, because I think it's a great achievement for someone to have the longevity to be a Premiership manager. I think that needs to be celebrated.
And as a sportsman yourself, what are you up to these days?
Well, for me, I'm obviously training with Northants. I'm training with like Middlesex, and I'm trying to train with obviously with the MCC. So locally, I'm trying to keep up with my training, and also I'm hoping there's an opportunity in the next few weeks when the weather gets a little bit drier that I'm able to work with a county and able to demonstrate that I'm in a good place, my fitness is in a good level, my bowling is really good. So hopefully there's an opportunity where I can actually get involved with the county and hopefully get involved and play some first-class cricket.
And you've produced some magical moments over the years for England. Spin bowler extraordinaire. We all want to see you back soon.
Yeah, that's very much, you know, I'm being very lucky, and I like to thank the Almighty or God. You know, we all, you know, believe in the supreme force, and only with them I'm able to get back there, and I've got to obviously work hard. That's very important for me. So if I keep working hard on a daily basis, hopefully there's an opportunity for me and I'm able to grab it.
J'adore Monty Panesar.
Well, j'adore Monty Panesar, and j'adore Arsenal, and j'adore Arsene Wenger.